And sit down. Okay, are you having a good time?
Yeah.
I suppose you have to say that. Well, we've all been to British weddings, and as you know, there's always a price to be paid, and that price is listening to the speeches. So, without further ado, and unaccustomed as he is, can I introduce you to the father of the bride, Mr. Happy Kevin?
Can you hear me, Mother? No, she can't. I said, can you hear me, Mother? Right. Oh, yeah. They didn't tell me about it. Right, I have got something written down, so it won't take long. First of all, well, put it closer. Sorry. Actually, I'd probably be better off without it. First of all, I'd like to welcome you all to Sarah and Woody's wedding celebrations. It's great to see you all, and I hope you enjoyed the day and enjoy the rest of it. Let's face it, it's been a long time coming. Mind you, it still came as a bit of a shock. How long have you two known each other now? Is it 12 or 13 years, is it?
Too long.
13 years. 13 years. And what an adventure it's been. University, looking for jobs, setting up home in that tiny little artist garret in Parker's Mews in Cambridge. I've always thought if they could live together in that place, they'd make it, they'd be alright. Because it was if you didn't go there, it was tiny. Then they moved into the flat above the patisserie, and then finally came to rest in Byron Square, where you've worked so hard at building up your utopian world of sandwiches. I can't say that without laughing. and creating chompies. I nearly said eating. As it says creating, it looks like eating. But harking back, I can remember the first time Woody came to our house. Well, I say that, it's more I remember the circumstance of his coming. Shirley came to me and she said, Sarah wants a friend from college to come and stay. So I said, oh, a friend from college, yeah. What's her name? She said, it's not her, it's a him. All right. And he's going to stay the night? Yeah. Where's he going to sleep then? In Sarah's room. So where's Sarah going to sleep? In Sarah's room. Right. I've got to turn the page over now. Help me. So anyway, he came, this college friend, and of course the first thing we noticed was the ring through his bottom lip. And if memory serves me correctly, he had a nut and bolt in his left eyebrow. Or maybe it was his right. You did, didn't you? You had that thing, yeah. I was also told that he didn't eat anything green. Well, I didn't really mind the facial metalwork. And I could even cope with the sleepover. But one thing I do insist on is people eating their greens. So once we got that sorted out, everything was hunky-dory, and ever since those days, Woody, you've been the best unofficial son-in-law that Shirley and I could wish for. I'm really glad to call you son-in-law properly now. Now, just as an illustration of how much our family and a part of our family, Woody's become, and our household, I was clearing out the loft the other day, and I actually had to throw out the cardboard box that had belonged to Woody. So he's been in our household long enough for me to be able to throw stuff of his away. Now, I'd like to take up a little bit more of your time to say a few words about my lovely daughter, Sarah. When I started to write this speech, I thought I'd ask her sister and brother what they thought I should say about Sarah. Emma wanted me to say, Sarah, you are my eldest daughter. But, you're not my favourite. I won't tell you what David said. I expect you can guess, Sarah. Suffice it to say, it contained the words bum, poo and pants. I'm sure I don't have to go into great detail about what a wonderful person Sarah is and how lovely she is. Those of you who know her here, I'm sure, are already well aware of this. So I thought I'd let you into some of Sarah's early thoughts, so you can see what a lovely, funny person she has always been. While I was clearing out the attic, as aforementioned, I found an item from Sarah's school days that I think shows some of her character. I've got it here. There it is. It's a picture of I presume it's self-portrait sort of thing, of a little girl in bed, and she hadn't got perspective right in those days. Just the back of the bed is narrower than the front of it. Both ends. And it says thoughts in a little cloud at the top. And there's a little girl dreaming, and there's bubbles coming out of her head. And the first thought said, and it's very sad this one, it said, why did Grandad have to die? Aww. Then the next one says, Tansy, our goat is old. Will she die soon? Then in capitals, you can leave it here, you can have a look. In capitals, it says, will David ever stop being such a pain? This is a bit philosophical, this one. What is the purpose of being alive? I think you might actually get an idea of this. Oh dear, I forgot to revise my test. What will Ward Freeman be like? Now, Ward Freeman is not a bloke or a ham actor or anything. It was the school she was about to go to. They now call it Freeman College. Then it says, will I ever? Oh, yes, you have, haven't you? Now, I presume, will I ever meet Woody? Or something like that, perhaps it was. Will I ever? Another one. She must have been running out of ideas by this time. If. It just says, if. And then there's the last one that won. It says, I should have ... So it's a complete mystery as to what she should have done. But the last one, which I thought was pretty much the best of all. This may be a bit, I hope you're aware of what the popular things that were going on in those days. What will happen to Annalise and Mark on Neighbours? I laughed when I found it, and I rushed round and showed it. I couldn't resist bringing it here today. Anyway, Sarah, you are a beautiful daughter. Your mum and I love you dearly, and you're my favourite. In a three-way. Wait for it. In a three-way tie with two others. Now, I think you've heard enough of my drivel. All that remains for me is to wish Woody and Sarah even more happiness in the future and advise them to always keep laughing at every opportunity. May I ask you all who are able to stand and raise your glasses in a toast to the bride and groom. To Sarah and Woody, long life and happiness. Sarah and Woody.
Sarah and Woody.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was a great speech.